Hi there, it's Rose. Welcome back to my channel. It's April 5th, so that means it's time for my open collab hashtag DT5 and a snack. So if you are new to my channel, I host this open collab every month on the 5th of the month, and all you have to do is share 5 items that you pick up from the Dollar Tree and 1 snack item. And I've been doing this the last few years, and yeah, time really flies. But it's so fun to see what other people are finding in their Dollar Trees. It's not a big haul. It can be completely random. It doesn't have to be crafty items, although craft items are fun to find. But anything that you'd like to share and 1 snack item. And I do ask that you taste the snack in your video and give us a little review. Would you buy it again? Would you pass on it next time? Just so we know if there are any good snacks out there. I love a good snack, don't you? So let's get into it, and I'll share what I picked up for this month's DT5 and a snack. Now, I am staying within the $1.25 at the Dollar Tree. When I started this collab, everything in the Dollar Tree was $1. Now the prices are rising, but I'm sticking with just the lowest price, which seems to be $1.25. And the first thing that I found this month were the mini glass containers, and I thought these would be super fun for doing little sequin mixes and maybe sending those out. And I like that these are glass with a little screw top. And they don't always have them in my Dollar Tree. I haven't picked up this size before, but you do get 4 pieces, which I think for $1.25 is a really great deal. So yeah, I picked these up. The next thing I found, which I had never seen before, were these travel-sized bottles, and you get 4 travel sizes in one. So this is what it looks like. They had, I think, this pink and maybe a yellow, but I thought we would unpack this and actually see what the travel size bottles look like. Here you can kind of see from the picture. I think it's interesting that there's actually 4 bottles in this one, and it might be very handy when you're traveling to just throw this in your bag and, you know, use the travel containers, you know, for your, maybe if you use special lotion or your favorite shampoo and conditioner, that sort of thing. So let me open this up and we'll see what the 4 containers look like. Okay, so I've removed the label and the tape, and okay, the top just screws off there, and here's your containers. So let's see, they're screw top, and it'd probably be best to use a little squeeze bottle to get your lotion or whatever inside there. But you do have 4, and let's see if I can take the bottom off. Okay, I pulled the bottom off, and here are the 4 separate containers. So yeah, it's kind of a unique idea. You can obviously use these separately or put them all back together and screw the bottom back on and the top on, and you've got them very securely in your bag. That might prevent some leakage with just having these open containers like this. I always, if I'm taking anything with me on a trip, I usually do still slip it in a plastic bag just because I don't want something maybe exploding in my luggage. But this is kind of a clever idea, one that I've never seen before. And yeah, you can get a decent amount in there for traveling. And like I said, you can use them separately or put them all back together, which they, there's just like a little puzzle to get them back. No, it's really not difficult. Just like that. And put the top on. The top just goes there. And here is the bottom. Simple enough. Very cute design. I like that. $1.25, you can't really beat it. Now, while I was in the beauty section, something I very rarely pick up, but I thought this would be fun to try out, It's a soothing lavender foot mask, and it's like little socks that you, that probably have like the lotion for the foot mask infused in the socks. I like that idea. And again, 125, so you know how to use a foot mask. I probably don't need to go over the directions, but I'm looking forward to trying this. This would be like a little mini spa day at home with the lavender scent that I'm really fond of. So I picked that one up. And this is something that I like to grab when I see it, and that is the multi-pack of round doilies. So I am a baker, and I always use doilies to put down on my trays for cakes and cupcakes and cookies. This is a 32 multi-pack of round doilies. You get 4 sizes, 8 of each, the 6-inch, 8-inch, 10, and 12-inch. So for $1.25, I think that is a great deal. And these are also fun to use in crafting as well. They're fun to use as with your sprays, as stencils, or to fold over and make little mini pockets or envelopes. They're great in journals or junk journals. There's a lot of ways to use doilies, but I will be putting these with my kitchen supplies and using them there. 32 pack for $1.25. I think it's great. I don't always see them in the Dollar Tree. Sometimes I have to pick them up in the grocery store and they're more. So for $1.25, I thought it was a great value. Now for the last item that I found in my Dollar Tree this month, there were a pretty good selection of Easter items. I really didn't need any Easter decor or really any Easter supplies. I was looking at some of the plastic containers, and then I came upon these, and the bag says Easter eggs, but this is what they are. And I just thought they were cute and kind of funny, whimsical. You get 3. Everybody knows. Look at the little faces. I love the little emoji faces on these guys. They're in the bag upside down, but this orange one probably is my favorite. But they're all super cute. And they are actually containers that you can put, you know, little goodies in. I'm not sure how well this would go over in an Easter basket, and I'm not recommending that. But, you know, if your kiddos are kind of fun and you're looking for just something different, or maybe for your you know, coworker, that kind of thing on their desk, or just to send out in fun, cute, wacky, happy mail. But these do say Easter eggs at the top of the bag, but they're clearly not Easter eggs, but they're just super adorable. That was my final item for this month. I think it's super cute anyway. And now let's get into the snack. Okay, so my snack item for this month is the Cheetos popcorn Flamin' Hot. And I've never seen the Cheetos popcorn before. So this is the bag that they had, and it is actually a 1-ounce bag, which for $1.25 is not the best value for a chip or snack or even popcorn in the Dollar Tree. But I had never tried the Flamin' Hot popcorn, and I was very curious. Here is nutritional information on the back. And we're all familiar with Cheetos. They're made by Frito-Lay. And the serving size is about 2 1/3 cup. Per serving, it's 160 calories. And total carb is 14 grams. And then there's dietary fiber and blah, 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 blah. You know the rest. I like spicy. If you've been watching me for a while, you know that I like a little heat, not too crazy hot, but I mean, I'm anxious to try this popcorn, to tell you the truth. I like Cheetos. I don't always have them, but the popcorn was the part that was intriguing to me. So let's break this open and take a look and give it a taste. Okay, so I've got the bag open and I do smell the popcorn right away. So let's pour some into the bowl. Whoa, okay. It's an interesting color. It is more red than, I think aren't Cheetos more orange? This is a little bit redder than orange. But looks like you get quite a lot here in one. I mean, this is probably more than one serving. And I smell popcorn. I don't smell any heat yet, so I'm looking forward to tasting it. Let's give it a try. Okay, my initial reaction is the popcorn tastes fresh. It's not gummy or stale. It does taste relatively fresh for bagged popcorn. There is a lot of flavoring and definite heat with these. So if you're not a hot person, I would say these are not for you. They're a little bit hotter than spicy. I did have to get my water, but it is a very nice, I mean, they taste great. I mean, I would definitely, you know, if you're somebody that likes Flamin' Hot, you're probably going to love this. And it's interesting to get that taste in popcorn. So, yeah. I definitely don't think I could eat the whole bag. I know I couldn't. I'm not even going to finish this serving. I'm going to share it, but it is tasty. It's nice, like I said, to get that Cheetos flavor. It's not exactly the Cheetos flavor that we think of. Probably because it's like a dusting on popcorn instead of, you know, the regular Cheetos. It's really kind of seemingly immersed in that. I'm not a Cheetos expert, but you know what I'm talking about. I like this, but I like hot, a little bit spicy. This is not too hot, but it definitely does bring the heat, and the popcorn tastes good too. So that's my snack for this month. So that is my share for this month's DT5 and a snack. Remember, this is an open collab. Everyone is welcome to join. I just want to send out a big thank you to everybody that has been jumping in and participating in DT5 and a snack. I love seeing what you're finding in your Dollar Trees and the snack item that you select. If you'd like to join in, just use the hashtag DT5 and a snack. And be sure to tag me in your title or your description so I can come by and check out what you're sharing as well. I'm wishing you a wonderful week. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.